Hi there, you are welcome to The Entrepreneur, the show that shows the inspiring stories and the secrets behind the inspiring successes of entrepreneurs. I am Esther Educhumwa, your host. A very big thank you to Joyce Lab Wigs and Beauty Avenue for my beautiful hairdo and my makeup, and to Grandeur Couture for my outfits. This show is brought to you by Alpha Park Natural Mineral Water and Sanji Global, our location partner. We are going to share a very inspiring story today. A story that is inspired by a mother's love for a son. We will tell you more about my guest for today right after this break. Please stay with me. You are welcome back from that quick break. Thank you so much for staying with us. So today we are privileged to be chit-chatting with Madam, I love to call her Madam, Madam Vinolia Emma Zigah. She is an inspiring entrepreneur whose journey began in 2010 when she began to sell the produce from her uncle's farm after struggling a lot to find a job to do. And not long after that, she had over 180 farmers giving her their produce to sell for her because her business was doing well. But her business took a very new turn when her newly born premature baby could not stand the synthetic food, and so she began to produce food for the baby from the grains she was selling. And the health of the baby turned around in no time, to the point that it attracted the attentions of doctors and nurses. And this is what birthed Vinolia Wealth Enterprise. We are here to learn more from this phenomenal entrepreneur. But before we do that, I would love to encourage you that success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that matters. So let's be courageous in that aspiring entrepreneurial idea that you have. It is definitely going to work if you don't give up. Vinolia, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. I can't share my joy enough. Thank you.
Thank you too.
So I just gave a gist about how your business began, but I would love for you to tell us what Vinolia Enterprise is into and how the idea evolved.
After I finished IMS school, I was looking for a job to do. So along the line, I didn't find one. So I told my mom, I would like to go and aggregate and sell some of the grains. Actually, I have an uncle who farms at Bimbila. So he normally comes to complain that they are not buying. He has a lot of farm produce at the farm. So we decided to take that trip with my mom. So when we get to the farm, we realized that there were lots of grains and other root tubers in the farm.
Wow.
So I told him that I actually came to aggregate some of the produce, but since I've seen that there's a lot of produce in this field, then he should organize himself with some of the youth around. So they gathered some of his produce. So when we were along the line, when we were doing that, some of the area people, other farmers were saying, hey, have he won the lotto? What is happening? So they were all coming in that, oh, they also have some produce. So I realized that because of the road over there too, there weren't enough people getting to Bimbila to collect some of the things. So as at that time, I had about 50 smallholder farmers, and I took their produce back to Ghana. Even without paying, they said, you just take it. When you sell it, you bring the money to us. So that was how I started.
Wow.
So I was doing that along the line. Before 2010, I registered the company actually.
Wow.
So when I had a son, let me say 17 years back, he was premature baby. But I leave him behind to go to the farms and take those produce to Accra to sell. But along the line, he fell sick. So I took him to the hospital, and the doctor said he was malnourished. And still, I was leaving him behind because I need to get to the village because they were calling me. So when I realized it was serious, so I went to the doctor that how can we manage the situation, because he was a premature baby at that time. So he said that he would test whether his soya, he doesn't take soya and other produce. So when he tests, he was able to correspond with soya beans, because I bring soya beans a lot at that time. So I said, okay, if that will be the case, then I have soya, I have rice, I have maize, I have millet. Then why can't I make something for him? Because he wasn't taking the synthetic food in the market. So I did it, and when I gave it to him, it got so good. He was corresponding, so he was eating, he got healthy. I took him to the hospital. The doctors were also saying that, so what are you feeding the baby with? So I told him that this is the formulation I had. So with that, I had several lines of Tom Brown, like cereals, healthy breakfast. So they said, then as at that time, malnutrition was at a rise. So they connected me to some of the mothers, and some of the midwives also took it. And they started selling. So that's how Vinolia
Wealth Enterprise started. Wow. This is a wonderful story. And it's one that I'm sure has, it's in your heart because of the personal attachments that goes with it. So when you decided to, bring foodstuff from your uncles, was it given to you on credit or you paid? Actually,
the first time he saw me because all my life I wanted to be an accountant. So even when he saw me that, I wanted to be a farmer or aggregate, he was so happy to give it to me on a credit. Because after that, I just finished school, I wasn't having money. And he too, he wasn't having it. But I knew that immediately this thing hits Accra, I'll be able to sell. So if I bring it to Accra, it doesn't even take a week. One track, then it gets finished.
It gets finished.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. I want to touch on a very sensitive place. You started the business with mommy.
Yes.
And I know, because you've told me, she was your #1 partner,
Exactly.
your cheerleader, and everything. How has her absence affected your business?
Very, very. The absence, the gap is very big, but I'm trying to close it up because for my mom, I'm not good in marketing. She was the one marketing the product.
Wow.
She takes it to Rich Hospital. She takes it to high courts. Wow. She takes it to so many, even post office.
Wow.
And ministries.
Wow.
So she was selling the products very well, Vinolia Foods. She was selling it over there, so they know of the brand name. So when she died, in fact, I was down. I was booking. So I even stopped this business for like 2 years.
Whoa. Whoa. May her gentle soul rest in peace.
Yes.
But I'm sure that now you've put yourself together to want to do something just for her memory's sake.
Exactly.
Wow. And a wonderful boy too.
Yes, he's now a big boy.
A big boy. Wow. So what are some of the early, steps you took, routines, actions you took that you are sure it contributed to the success of Vinolia Foods?
When I started, being an entrepreneur now in Ghana, at that time, it's not easy because you need money to become an entrepreneur. That's the most important now. Because if you don't have money, how can you source your grains, even the containers, and even the machineries? So it was very hard for me because when I started, even I was mailing in a public mailing machine.
Wow.
Yes. And you know how the public mailing machine is
Not
dirty.
maintained.
And if you try to tell them that you want it this way, they just classify you as something.
Yeah.
Maybe the next time you go there, when you are coming, they will say, so that's the challenge I had. So moving forward, I was able to join some of the incubator program in Ghana here. And I was fortunate to have my first grant to purchase my machine.
Wow. Wow. So it means that networking, mentorship, getting into those organizations are very key for entrepreneurs.
Exactly, because if you're an entrepreneur, especially in processing, you need to be in an organization. Yes. We have several in the country. We have AGI, we have Ghana Chambers of Commerce and Industry, and we even have GEPA.
GEPA.
Yes. And we have all this. Yes, GA2 is there. And we also have the hubs. Yes, I had some benefits from other hubs that I joined some time ago, and I think it's very crucial, and especially networking, because I've been able to network a lot and have gained a lot within a short period of time. So I think as an entrepreneur, you need to join organizations. For instance, the recent one I just had was AGI organized a business plan competition. I just said, let me try and see whether this will work. And it is just yesterday, a day before yesterday, we went for an exhibition and I was called to come and pitch. So we thank God I came out the winner.
Hey!
So at least with that, I'll be able to get a machinery from GIZ and also I think $10,000 would do a lot in my company.
Yes. Thank you so much, because sometimes there are some people who are doing business, they are in one corner, they don't want to come out for anybody to see. But like you rightly said, networking, being part of organizations, I'm sure you've not only benefited from money, but other knowledge
capacity
and skills.
building, training. I can say I have over 50 certificates.
Wow.
Yes. Because I've been to a lot of capacity building.
How does that impacted your business?
It has really, because first I didn't know how to use Excel. Now I can even write my business plan now.
Wow.
Because first I paid 5,000.
Wow.
Yes. And I won that money. So with that, there was a competition. So that business plan got me my first grant. So, but now
you can.
I can write my own business
because of the
plan.
trainings you've been through.
And my SOPs, I develop it myself. So many things
SOP,
I can. Yes.
Can you break that down? What is SOP?
It's like a company operational.
Okay.
Guide.
Oh, okay. Wow, this is amazing. So, going into sales, you were like, mommy was the one doing sales for you.
Yes.
How have you been able to take over that after her demise to build more customer base and even increase customer loyalty? How have you done that?
Yeah, as I said, because of the other trainings I've been to, so I've been able to target my niche market.
Okay.
So I know the people who want my product. So that is where I am now. So I know those who need my product, so we go straight to that market and sell to them.
Can you give one example? I'm not creating competition for you,
Yeah.
but I know you're going to help a starter or an aspiring entrepreneur there. Can you pick just one of your target market and how you approach them?
Yeah, let me say for me, I'm into cereals. Let me say healthy baby products.
Okay.
And not for only babies, like for children who take breakfast. So I targeted schools.
Okay.
Yes.
So you go to the schools.
Yes. And produce for them in bags.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is really amazing. And you've been, how do you keep them coming back to you all the time?
Consistent and also quality.
Quality. Quality products. I see. So, Vinolia, we want to touch on financial management, because sometimes when you start business, like you rightly said, you need money to be able to start. Now, when the money begins to come, from sales and probably other means of getting money, it is then that you would love to get your nice ladies bag, ladies, and probably a shoe because you're going for a fashion. How do you manage your revenue to ensure that you don't touch the money that does not belong to you, because the business money is not for you?
Yes.
How do you resist the temptation?
For my business money, I don't play with it. If I'm not on a salary now, because I still aggregate products for other SMEs. So that profit is what I use for my upkeeping.
Okay.
So for my sales or my company money, I try to put it aside for maybe for raw materials or for machinery. So as for the company money, we don't go there. Even I still pay some of my workers out of my coffers.
Wow.
Yes.
Business money must be invested in business so that you don't mismanage it.
Yes.
But how do you keep your books? Do you keep your books?
Yes,
how do
I
you
have
do
my
that?
records. Every day sales, we record it.
Okay.
If I have a sales girl, but she can't use the Excel.
Okay.
So anytime they buy, she writes it down. Then we input it into our Excel sheets. Yes.
I want us to touch more on staff management, but I'll take a break here. I'll be back quickly. A very big thank you to Alpha Park Natural Mineral Water and Sanji Global for our location. Thank you to Joyce Lawis and Beauty Avenue for my hair and my makeup, and to Grandeur Couture for my outfit. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Get inspired daily as Lady Counselor Mercy Ajimai takes us through life-changing quotes from God's servant, Pastor Ajimai Elvis. This would set your life on course every day.
The question is, will you as a husband beat yourself? Will you abuse yourself? Will you hurt yourself? Why will you do that to your wife? You can be in a relationship and you will still feel lonely. This can cause you to have many best friends, many besties around you, thinking they can be the answer to your loneliness. What you fear will rule over you and probably destroy you, even if God has said otherwise. In fact, the person who will annoy you the most is the one you love. those that wish you dead, destroyed, unemployed, bitter, abnormal, poor, unmarried, they will see you better, blessed and flourishing in Jesus' name.
Experience the Word of God concerning your marriage, destiny, and your daily life in an exciting and interactive session with Lady Counselor Mercy Ajimai on Daily Capsule.
Everyone has the opportunity to dream. Everyone has the opportunity to be great. Greatness is not just for a select few. It's for anyone who is ready. Fight for it. Break the limits. Become more. It's the little things that count. The very things we choose. Alpha Pack goes through rigorous laboratory testing to ensure that every drop maintains the required minerals. Choose refreshing. Choose Alpha Pack. Alpha Pack Natural Mineral Water. Refreshing. Full of life. Approved by the FDA.
Let me tell you, we will last. Yeah. We will last. Hey! We will last. No. We will last. Those who know me from years now know that I've not changed my message. Yes, sir. I've not changed who I am. No, sir. So if I've not changed anything in that field, I won't change anything for tomorrow. Yes, I'll continue like this. Speaking this over you from the depth of my heart. You will go back and manifest mighty. You are moving to the knowing realm. I said you are moving to the knowing realm.
Thank you so much for staying with us. You're welcome back from that quick break. We are still on the Entrepreneur Show, and today our guest is Vinolia Emma Zigah, the founder and CEO of Vinolia Wealth Enterprise. We are still on her story. Please, let's get to it. So I want you to please touch on staff management. How do you manage your team to ensure probably loyalty, to ensure productivity, to be able to get whatever you are investing in them?
Thank you very much. For us, for my workers, it's something, because we know that right now the youths are not really, they don't really want to work.
Wow.
Especially, yes. That's the truth about the matter, because for me, for so long that I've been in this business, I have invested a lot in the youth.
Wow.
Even I do free trainings.
Wow.
But still, they are not willing to learn the trade. But for my staff, because I know how they are, I pamper them.
Wow.
Because they are really working for me. And I give them bonuses in the month, and I pay them well, at least. So I think maybe because of that, I've had some of them
staying with you for
a long time.
Wow. Wow. You know, I learned that the best way to get people to do what you want is to give them what they want.
Exactly.
When you let them see value in what they're doing, they will come out of themselves and then give you the best results. What are some of the challenges you faced when you started out, and how have you been able to turn it around to the advantage of your business?
Challenges in terms of finance.
Any challenge at all you faced in your entrepreneurial journey?
Okay, as me, the challenge I have now is employment. Yes, because you try to employ someone into your organization, and tomorrow the person will come, all right, but the person will tell you that you will sign an agreement with the person that, oh, madam, maybe you'll be working for like 2 years before you quit, because for us, if we start production, we don't end. And if we break it because of a worker is not coming to work, it will really affect our production. So you sign an agreement with a worker, and tomorrow they will come that social media. I can't work. My husband wants to give me money to trade, so we can't come. Tomorrow my mom is sick, we can't make it. I'm trying to employ a lot of youths, but they are not staying. So that's my big challenge now.
The biggest challenge now. And even with trying to pamper them, you think it's still not working?
Yes. Even we give them free trainings, especially now, I don't want to even go to some of the trainings anymore. So I divert it to them to go. They wouldn't go.
Wow.
This pitch I pitched on Friday, there's this new worker that came. I told him in secret, Papa, I don't want to say the amount. He's from the University of Winnipeg, a graduate.
Wow.
Just come and present so that I can sell during the fair. Or see you. Or buy. I gave him my apartment accommodation.
Wow.
Fed him very well. The next day, for me to know, the next day to the day to the pitch, he told me that the mother is sick.
Whoa.
Let me say, your mom is sick. So let's wait. I did share. So I did share present it. So
what present you?
Memos cannot. What's it? Debbie. Of course, I know.
Wow.
Let me see. Hey, okay.
So if you were not ready for it, what would you have done?
What would I have done? Because there are some SMEs like us. Some haven't even gone to school before. Some even can't present. So they need like a graduate or someone to help them in terms of this.
But I think it's time that narrative changed. You see,
Yes.
you took the challenge and you did it.
Yes.
Because the inspiration of the business is from you.
Exactly.
And forget the big English. What is your business offering? The value. Just talk about that. So this, I think, is a good advice, a good time to advise. I mean, women in business especially, no matter your level of education, you know the passion with which you are working. Talk on that passion, the value you are giving. Don't give the future of your business to anybody in the name of school, because even without the level of education you think you don't have, you've been able to build that business.
Exactly.
So you can do it. And so let's talk a little bit about your plans. I mean, this line of business is very saturated. Now everywhere you turn, everybody's doing baby food. How do you stay ahead of competition?
For me, with my healthy breakfast cereal, I've been able to add some fruits and vegetables to it.
Okay.
So I think
innovative ways.
Yes, it's different from the ones other people are now doing. And we are coming out with an instant Tom Brown.
Whoa.
Yes.
Just hot water and you're good to go.
Just hot water and you get your Tom Brown, not Cerelac, Tom Brown. So that's what we are planning to do right now. So I think with that, people are doing it, but still, I'm still making mine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you still, I mean, within your market share, you're
Yes.
getting it. That's wonderful. Is there anything you would have loved to change in your whole entrepreneurial journey if you have the chance to? Is there something that you know has happened in the past along your journey that you wish you have the opportunity to change?
Yeah, when I started, I wasn't having money to start this business. So I went in for a facility alone. So if I would have turned the time back, I wouldn't have gone for it.
It really affected you?
Yes.
Wow. Does it mean, would it be an advice you give to business people not to take loans?
Yes, it's my biggest advice to give to business who are young.
Okay, young.
By then, I was
young.
a young business, and I need to study the market before going for a facility. So for me, I would advise young businesses that they should start with what they have and grow before going for a facility.
That's a very good one. There may be an aspiring entrepreneur watching you, or a startup, or even an entrepreneur like yourself. The aspiring entrepreneur is afraid, if I start, will it do well? The startup is struggling and is thinking, should I go and look for a job to do, or I should persist? An entrepreneur like yourself is contemplating, do I divert this business? What word of advice will you give to such people?
For me, my advice to entrepreneurs out there who are young and who wants to start this business is that they should put aside a fear.
Wow.
Because when I started, even my mom was scared because she said, hey, why are you going to the farm? Snakes will bite you. I said, yes, let them bite me.
Whoa.
Because I love farm. I love food. So I love to go to the farm. Like I find it as an adventure, going to the farm or putting some of the things. So they should follow their passion too. And I think they should give the rest to God.
Give the rest to God.
Yes.
I mean, that's a very good one. So we would love to know what Vinolia Wealth Enterprise is all about, your line of products and the value you are giving and how people can reach you.
Okay. Vinolia is a climate-focused business right now into the manufacturing of healthy breakfast cereals for babies. We have cassava products, we have cocoa products, and we have cosmetics too.
Wow.
And for our cosmetics, we use agricultural byproducts to formulate our cosmetics. So our cosmetics are fully natural cosmetics. Our Ep3 is mixed flavored with mango.
Whoa.
We have millet cereal. We also have a bit of peanuts, tiger nuts, and date powder in it.
Wow.
We have our ginger cocoa.
Whoa.
This is the bitter one. This is not the sweet one.
Okay.
And it's very nice for people who are suffering from high blood pressure. With the ginger, we know what ginger does. It melts.
For health purposes.
Yes.
Wow.
We also have the dark one too.
Are they all bitter? All of them?
Yes, these are bitter.
Okay, so this one doesn't have the ginger in it.
This one is raw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have tapioca.
Whoa.
Tapioca, I don't know, but the men likes it a lot. And we have turmeric Gary. This is my best Gary.
Wow.
I infuse turmeric in it before frying it.
Wow.
And we all know the health benefits of turmeric.
Yeah.
It's actually cleans and brings out the beauty inner before coming out. So turmeric is also good antioxidant. We also have the almighty Gary mix. This is what is selling now for me.
Hey.
Even in France, I sell it a lot.
Wow. Gary mix. So you have your groundnuts, sugar,
everything.
Just add water. Wow. Wow.
I also have my brown sugar here.
Oh, you produce brown sugar?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Actually, I have like 60 products line.
Whoa.
These are the few ones I bought.
Wow.
This is my new baby in town.
Hey.
Yes. This is a high quality cassava flour for baking.
For baking, wow.
Yes. It's gluten free.
Wow.
So those people who have health issues, who don't take this wheat flour, this is good for them.
Wow.
It's very good for baking.
Wow.
Baking all sort of things. Cake, meat pie, donuts, you can name it.
Wow.
And this Mauza cocoa.
Whoa.
So for
How's that
Vinolia, when you talk of breakfast, Vinolia is the home of all breakfasts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. In your cosmetic lines, can we see what you have?
Yes. This, actually I have about 16 shower gel products.
Wow.
So this is one of them, coconut and aloe vera.
Wow. Made with African black soap.
Yes.
Wow.
Our natural.
I love your packaging.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yes. And this is shea butter.
Whoa.
But it's a hair growth
Okay.
pomade for the hair.
Wow.
I use shea butter in formulating it.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
You see it, maybe you think it's outside.
Yeah.
It's locally made.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right here in Ghana.
In Ghana. So we also have cocoa butter.
Oh, wow.
It's very nice. And caked alata semina.
Oh. Whoa.
And we have about 15 varieties of it.
Wow.
So as I said, we use agricultural byproducts to formulate some of our cosmetics. And we have oils like lemongrass oil.
Whoa.
It's good for itchy skins.
Wow.
Those people who have skin, they like itching their skins.
Whoa.
When you rub it, it's very good.
Whoa.
And we have neem oil. With my
Wow.
neem oil, I infused it with some of my cocoa butter.
Wow.
So it's very nice for the hair.
Whoa.
And also moringa oil.
Whoa.
But for the oils, I have a lot. I have carrot oil.
Wow.
I have so many oils
Wow. For both skin and hair.
for both skin and hair. So this is our shea butter.
Wow.
This raw
I
scented shea
love your
butter.
packaging. It's very nice.
You can locate us at Pantine. We are closer to the nursing training school. And also, you can visit us on our website, vinoliastores.com, Instagram and Facebook, Vinolia Wealth Foods. And my telephone number is 0244-194566. I want to add this up. We also train young seamstresses who are apprentices, who are looking for adding other innovation to their sewing business. So we train them in sewing using used sacks
Wow.
to sew bags.
Wow.
So some of their fabrics that they've cut, they can add it together to sew bags like this.
Then sasawa.
And
That's how, I think that's how they call it.
Yes.
The pieces of
The
cloth.
pieces of cloth.
Wow.
It's actually very innovative.
And the inside is sack.
The inside is sack.
Wow.
So for that, we are reducing our waste in terms of that by
Exactly.
using it to sew something very useful.
Wow.
So we actually train young seamstresses on that
Do they pay something?
for free.
Wow. Free training.
Yes.
Wow. This is really wonderful. Thank you for investing in the youth. Wow. This has been a wonderful time stayed with you, from a personal inspiration to wanting to feed the world and to give us products that are very good for health and for our skin. We want to thank you for sharing your experience, your story, and I know somebody has been inspired. Thank you so much, our wonderful viewers, for joining us today too. It has been a wonderful time spent with you, and we would love to see you next week.